Wrestling fans around the corner, around the world, I'm Dan Marty.
Y yo soy Savio Vega.
Exactly. Our brand new Wrestling Insiders special edition is next. Boston wrestling sports and the MWF explodes into a new year of unknown with professional wrestling content galore, and we need you to join our family. Every Tuesday night at 10 p.m. after we review the previous night's Monday Night Raw, it's Wrestling Insiders at your house with the unpredictable WWE Hall of Famer, Mr. USA, Tony Atlas. Wednesday nights after WWE, NXT, and AEW at 10 p.m., you never know who's going to show up on Wrestling Insiders Special Edition. Every Thursday night at 10 p.m. after our NXT and Dynamite review, it's Marty Jannetty's No Holds Barred Sex, Drugs, and Rock and Roll journey through the 80s and 90s on Wrestling Insiders Party with Marty. Friday nights after the lights go down at the Thunderdome on SmackDown, it's John Cena Sr.'s Wrestling Insiders Fabulous Fridays. Plus, look for classic clips, bonus live episodes, pay-per-view watch-alongs, and more. If you want early, ad-free access to all of our Wrestling Insider talk shows, our acclaimed studio shoot interview DVD library, and to help keep wrestling legends working during the worst of times, for less than a cup of coffee at Starbucks, join our growing family at patreon.com/Boston Wrestling. Expect the unexpected in 2021.
This is Mick Foley.
This is Harley Race.
This is Shelton Benjamin.
This is Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff.
This is the Monster Abyss.
And this is Daniel Bryan.
This is JBL, and you're watching the MWF.
Be there live.
All right, wrestling fans, we had so much fun. We said we had to do it all over again. I'm Dan Marty, more important, joined by our new friend here in Boston Wrestling, MWF, Mr. Savio Vega. Savio, welcome back.
Saludos, saludos, hola. I'm happy to be here and hope you guys enjoy the past episode and this one and the future ones.
The feedback we've received so far has been off the charts. I think we have, like I said, a man who alone, his WWF career went from 93 to 1999. Just think of those experiences. But you have Japan, you have Mid-South, Puerto Rico, in so many different incarnations. Mexico. Yeah. Where am I forgetting?
Chile.
Antarctica. Did you make it there yet?
I was talking to Poseidon to see if we have his retire match.
All right, well maybe Santa wants to do a fundraiser up on the North Pole for next year. Who knows? Maybe we can get you booked up there too. The man has literally been everywhere with everyone. He's seen it all, he's done it all, and we're going to share his great experiences here on Wrestling Insiders. We've had a lot of fun so far, and he was kind enough, which means a lot to me personally, to take part in the 9th annual Paul Bearer Holiday Headlocks Toy Drive Cyber Fan Fest. And, you know, contracts permitting, as you are a busy man, maybe we can even turn that into an annual thing. Yeah, knock on wood.
Yes.
Hopefully next year we're going to have a live wrestling event as opposed to just us sitting here in the TV studio. Please. But that remains to be seen. Yeah. All right, last time we were talking 1994 early on, the origins of Kwang, your early matches, your times on the road, some of the fun you were having. We mentioned it a little bit during the Pat Patterson tribute special that we did, but tell us about your first exposure live to wrestling fans. Your first TV taping as Kwang was January 10th, but it didn't air until after the fact. We're talking about the first wrestling event I ever saw of WWF outside of Boston, the 1994 Royal Rumble in the Providence Civic Center, Providence, Rhode Island. Kwang replaces Ludwig Borger, who broke his ankle and never came back to the company in the Rumble. What are your memories of your first pay-per-view, your first big live exposure to the world as Kwang?
Man, happy. When finally they give me the contract and I'm gonna be with the company, start look more into the company, you know, and looking around, of course, knowing these other gentlemen like Yokozuna, Fatu, I know Razor, you know, so at least 3 people. Bam Bam Bigelow, God bless his soul. He was with me in New Japan Pro Wrestling. The crew there was Yokozuna, Kokina, the great Kokina, Fatu Jr., Rikishi, Sam, cousin, Bader, and me. Who else was there?
Now you're talking New Japan?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is New Japan, and that was the crew, the heel crew, and but Yoko already have the contract to go to WWF. I found out when I was there with them. Then from there, Bam Bam Bigelow's going to, then Fatu. So in one of those, that's when I say hello to Scott Hall, and Scott Hall, I say. With Bam Bam Bigelow, yes. I say, when you see Scott, tell him I say hello. So he say hello, he say, here, he send you the card, call him this day, he gonna be in home that day. So when I arrive home, I talk to him, say, I talked to the man, and I want you to come and do a tryout. I say, okay.
It was a great time for guys that didn't have the big steroid look to try and come in. Look at the time period you just mentioned. Within the matter of a few months, you had Bam Bam come in. He didn't have that type of look.
No.
You're talking fall of '92. Yoko came in the fall of '92.
Yeah.
The Head Shrinkers came in the fall of '92. All of those guys were big guys that could go, but none of them you had to have to worry about
Steroids.
eyes
Exactly.
on you. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
So it was a great time for guys in the business that didn't want to be on that stuff.
Looking at it that way that you're looking at, which is great, it looked like a conspiracy, you know? But at the same time, that crew of people, they're real wrestlers. They know what to do inside the ring. I mean, if the company come with that in mind, that's a great, beautiful mind of look the case to help the case. That was the conspiracy. But in the other hand, like I say, you got great guys that know how to wrestle, and that was proof in the house shows, in the big shows, and whatever money was coming in. You know, so when my first show, I was excited. Of course, it's like, but at the same time, it's like one more match. Let's go out there, and this was the spot, and kick here, duck this, a kick, get out. That's it. And I flew that way like they know I know.
Was it tough to put together a match with 30 guys?
No,
No?
Pat Patterson's there.
The man that created the Rumble.
Pat is the one. I remember they call everybody. This is the order. That, and you're gonna do this, and you're gonna do that, and this is gonna happen, and this and this and this. Any question? Let's go.
Easy.
That's it.
Were you involved in the angle that night with the Undertaker and Yokozuna?
No, I don't think.
There was
I
a
don't know.
casket match with Undertaker and Yokozuna where Undertaker wound up dying and
but-
floating to heaven. 10 heels attacked Undertaker and threw him in the casket. Then as they brought the casket towards the back, all of a sudden you could see inside the casket on the video wall, and someone dressed as Undertaker floated
Yeah, I
to the
remember.
top of the arena. Were you one of the heels that jumped him? Because there were 10 of them. I remember Bam
Maybe,
Bam, the
maybe.
Head Shrinkers. For some
No, I
reason,
don't
I'm thinking
think
it was
so.
no.
Maybe not, because it was my first.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
know, and it's not. Maybe the trust was there.
Right.
You know.
And you were still kind of a new,
And-
not a
and
baby
if-
face, but a
if-
new face to the
Yeah.
company.
If probably they know me from before, they would say yes, put Savio, but they don't know me, and I don't know them neither.
Right.
So, of course, they have to trust what they have there. So, to be honest, I remember when they doing it with Taker floating. I remember that.
That was really cool.
All the rehearse they did that day. I remember. I was there.
I wouldn't want to be the guy doing the floating, but that's
Ooh.
just me. That's
And,
too high.
And Taker, being in those special stuff that they do sometimes, some scary moments. You know?
Yeah?
Yeah. I still have. I have here what they did the other day in a rehearse with the lighting. Mm-hmm. You know.
Oh, the lightning bolts.
Oh.
When you did the Survivor Series, you
Yes.
mean? Yeah.
They did it on a recorder, and nice. You know, I don't want to put it here just in case because that's trademark for them or whatever. But I'll show you later. You know. And
Very realistic.
oh yeah. So excited to go out there and do what I did. It was a good, movement with Diesel, if I'm not wrong, no? And that's when he gave me the kick and I went over the top. And hey, then from there, the rest was just doing what I know how to do. Do the wrestling because they just give me the, hey, this is what you're going to do. The rest I have to do it myself.
They told you basically what number you were going to go in and at what point, what guy was going to come out when you'd be eliminated. That's what you'd have to work with?
And you go on a line. Here is the line. Who's next? And when your music play, you go. And
did everybody line up in order?
It's TV. It's television, of course.
Oh, really? In Gorilla, everybody lined up in order?
Because it's it's like, hey, look, oh my.
You don't want to have too much
chaos. That happened right now. When that happened, it's a line right there. And everybody go behind the other, so nobody start looking for nobody.
Right.
Everybody
That's the worst thing that could happen.
You have professionals educate to do this. So this gentleman in the television, the production, wanted that way, so have to be that way, you know. And if somebody wanted the other way, so make your own show.
Well, they've had 33 Royal Rumbles and going strong, so they're doing something right.
Yeah. So then from there, the rest was wrestling. And like I said before, we got Mr. Fuji as a teacher right there with me. I mean, I was taking care of him like a young boy.
Oh, you were helping Fuji?
Oh, I was,
yeah?
because I get his ice, get his bag. I mean, help the man. Respect.
Was it hard for Fuji to travel at that point in his life?
No. He had fun.
He was enjoying it.
Oh, he was making him laugh. Every time we come here to Boston, somewhere was a Chinese restaurant in Rotonda, and let's go to Chinese, whatever they call it. And boom, we stop right there. And he got big table for us. They waiting already for us, you know. We eat there, hotel, and go to wrestle. So was first time for me was an experience because I am on the building with my belly full to wrestle. I said, next time, no, you're not gonna get me. Because he did, you know, so he wanted to take you there. He was a practical joke, you know. So
well known for his ribs.
Oh yeah. So he talked to me about many jokes that he did, and man, so first time I was so full to wrestle. I said, no, next time I'm gonna take it easy because that's what he wanted. Eat. So you throw up out there. You know, it's a joke for him. But thank God I never throw up there. And second time we come back, let's go eat on just a soup. That's it. The rest I take it for later.
There you go.
You know, but have good moments with Mr. Fuji. He teach me a lot in the beginnings of Kwang. Because Harvey was there, but Harvey, he wasn't a wrestler.
Was an Asian.
Yeah, he wasn't a wrestler. He don't know. You know, Fuji knows. That's why he grabbed me. Hey, do this, take time. Always remember this. That he told me one time, and I just look at him, working in my head. I said, man, he say, don't be fast. This is I'm gonna tell the kids right now. Don't go too fast. Don't try to go 100 miles per hour in a match. You're gonna hurt yourself. You're gonna hurt your partner. I mean, ugh. And see guys hurt. It's not funny. Take, like Fuji said to me, be patient as a fisherman. Take your time. Work the people. Make them get up from that seat. Sell more. If you sell it, they buy it. If you don't sell it, nobody gonna buy it. So guys, sell the story. Like one time Bret Hart, I remember he said when he liked to wrestle, he liked to paint because he draw too. So he liked to draw a paint in the canvas of the ring. So be a painter. Paint a good story in the ring. This stuff is not a story. This is gymnastic. So go to the Olympics or something like that. Tell a story inside the ring, sell that to the people, they're gonna buy it. And they're gonna respect more wrestling. And if you respect wrestling, you guys start doing that now. Take your time. Paint a good draw, a good Mona Lisa in that canvas. One time in Puerto Rico, we are in Bayamón, Pepín Cestero de Bayamón. Now they call it La Casa de Tío Savio Vega, the house of Savio Vega.
Oh, really? Okay.
And I have story in that building. Like we gonna cost you a lot of money. Listen, Pepín Cestero de Bayamón. I did the in-rings every time Savio Vega is in IWA. Those that don't know, the character of Savio Vega, he was the general manager of the IWA. But this general manager have a story. So the story is, he's a good guy. The people know that are coming from WWF by that time. So we start IWA, International Wrestling Association. Victor Quiñones, Miguel Perez, and me. Victor had that name already in script. He got the papers, he owned that. So when Miguel and me come in, we put money to open the company. Victor have the 51%. So I was in charge of the dirty work. Learn and do what I know, the little that I know from television, booking, ring, dress room, building, everything. I could run you the company from A to C. From A to C, left, right, throw me anywhere. I'm gonna be like a cat. I'm gonna be stand up. Because I learned a lot in this business with WWF. I put Vince's headset on Monday nights when they doing the TV. When I'm off or before my match, I have to be there. I like to be there earlier, so I put the head to listen to television. I had the chance to go to the truck one time, then in the TNA 2, pick up, listen.
You always wanted to learn.
Learning. Because I love that. And that's what I say, I love more the production, the backstage stuff. Because what I'm gonna do is what some guys, because it's not their fault. These guys, what do you call them? This generation of kids in the ring, it's not their fault. It's because now AEW come, WWF is there, so that's the two companies, they competing with numbers or whatever. Let them do whatever they want, but the kids don't have, it's not their fault. What I mean is, because it's not territories to work the story like
Right.
Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico is there, so we got that guys there. Abyss, ask Abyss. How Abyss learned the timing with the people was in Puerto Rico. Ask him, talk to him. I saw him the other day, and then we hugged for long. We kissed each other. I mean, and he said, "Man, I'm thank you for you helping me. You helping me." I said, "Don't worry." And he explained me, and I said, "What about the timing?" And he explained that to me, because he learned how to work there.
And now he's helping the WWE superstars.
He's there
do
making
it.
good money.
Yeah.
Without throwing a punch.
I tell you, that body took a lot of abuse in TNA. He's in a good spot for himself
I know,
right
he
about
was
now.
crazy.
Yeah.
He was crazy. I remember in Puerto Rico, you ask him, Chris. Let me come back to what I mean with the guys.
Okay.
It's because it's not that territories. If you guys have this small company in your hometown and you have your crew, your friends, do the timing of wrestling. Don't rush nothing. Work. Come back to paint that canvas. Come back to Bayamón. Bellas Artes. Artes, what is it called? In the meaning in English. Those big orchestras of 60 musicians play in like the theater, whatever. That theater is just for have nice music or Turandot stuff, well. Puerto Rico, they call them Bellas Artes. And Pepín Cestero Bayamón, I'm doing this in green. And the fans was so hot with me, just talking. That way I got the people there with that character. That character was so strong. You could ask, don't ask me, go check. And when I coming down back to the dressing room, the people start throwing, oh my God, that was disgusting. They throw with Pampers, they throw with shoes, they throw with beepers, they throw ice, oh my God, whatever.
That's heat.
That's heat. I got so mad. And I stopped, come back in the ring, and I started calling them pigs. You are in Spanish. You are pig, puercos.
What is it in Spanish?
Puercos.
Puercos?
Puercos.
Puercos.
Pigs.
Puercos.
Yeah.
All right.
The pig is in the mud or whatever, they call them at the same time puercos. But that means they're dirty. So you're pigs, you're tecatos, which is like a drug addict type, and you are morons. You don't have no school and stuff like that. And more, they got banned. That's when I turned and I said, listen to me. I got the mic. They put the speaker on. Listen to me. This is my Bellas Artes. This is my beautiful theater right here. You don't go to Bellas Artes. You don't go to the nice theater and throw stuff over there. You respect that place. So you're going to start respect this place because this is my Bellas Artes. I'm the artist here and you're going to respect it. 2 weeks later, nobody threw no more gagas.
Wow.
Of course, we implement the security, we changed the security way to work. Instead they have it here, looking at the people, whoever throw, go and take it, because when that happened, a right start right there. So wrestling, the people start looking at that, not to what I want to sell. So I say, okay, what we're going to do is simple. We're going to put 2 guards in the floor, the rest is going to be in the back. The rest is going to be in the back of the people. Whoever throw, whatever, you see it. Do not touch it. Don't say nothing till the match finish. Once the match finish and the wrestlers start walking back to the dressing room, that's when you jump on that person and take him out. By that time, something happened here. We don't have no matches in the ring. We don't waste time. We don't waste nothing. We wait with the guys.
It's a good idea.
Soon that guy, people out, and the people was happy because they going out. And we clean the house. We clean house that way. I mean, it's a lot of interesting. And what happened with these kids right now is they don't have that territory in where you could develop a good story. What happened here, a vignette there, what he say, what he don't say. A good story on TV. You know. And so what they're doing right now is just, let's do spot because it's just one night. Let's make some whatever, let's do that. I'm happy because I did what I did, and let's go home. So it's not their fault. They need a territory.
My problem is, I think, and I don't know if you'll agree or disagree, I don't want to go too far off topic on your career path, but I think the training is a big problem. I think if you want to train to become a professional wrestler, you should be trained by a professional wrestler. That doesn't exactly mean someone that was a WWF main eventer, but I think if your career ambition is to be a professional wrestler, you should be trained by someone that had a full-time career in the profession, whether that was as a main eventer or an enhancement talent, but someone whose actual profession was to be a pro wrestler, not someone that did indie shows a few times a month. And I think it's the blind leading the blind. And I tell you what annoys me, Savio, a lot of the times is you have these guys that come to us, the blind leading the blind. We have to try and have them look at things in a different way, and then we're supposed to pay them. They pay these schools to be mistrained, and then they come to the independent promotions, or at least a good one, who try and, get things on the straight and narrow, and then they want the envelope at the end of the night. It's crazy, but that's the way of the beast right now. But my suggestion is someone that actually runs events is if you are interested in becoming a professional wrestler, don't settle for the bullshit. No. Don't say, oh, I trained this one, oh, I wrestled that one. If they do not have the resume of being in the profession full-time as a professional wrestler, continue to look elsewhere for that training facility.
Oh, yeah.
One man's opinion. I don't know what you think.
No, I'm with you. I wish you see what I did a couple of days ago for Spanish Ecuador or Guatemala from South America.
I did not see it, no.
Yeah, no, but I wish you see that. Because we're talking about, he say, anything you have to say to the new guys who want to be a wrestler. I say, the first thing I say is look for a good school. Mm-hmm. I mean, let's say in your area, it's no school, you have to go to the 2 towns, and it's 3 over there, 3 schools. This is what you're going to do. You're going to tell the owner that you want to see the class. They're probably going to say no, but probably they're going to say yes. But this is what you're going to tell them. Listen, I want to be a professional wrestler. And with me, seeing you teach will judge if I want to stay here or not. Because I want to do the same thing with the other two. Is one-on-one me? Perfect. That's okay. See you down the road. One thing that we say in WWF was, see you on the way up, see you on the way down. And I'm going to be here. So be good. So go to the 3 school and you judge who is the best teacher. Because if this one teach, I don't know, whatever, good. The other one maybe go different way and they all different. You judge that. Maybe you start here, maybe you go to the 2 school. If they are not agree, they have a problem. Because it's you the one's gonna learn.
Right.
You learn from Spanish class and you go to English class. Like a school. You're gonna pay for your classes if you can do it. If not, I mean, just work out and get the best teacher. Get the best one, because if that teacher is like limping, you're gonna limp too.
I guess the best way to put it is there's thousands of people that can teach you how to do a professional wrestling move. But it's almost like taking a 500-piece jigsaw puzzle and just dumping it. You have a piece here, a piece there. What you need is a true professional to show you how to put the 500 pieces together and make the puzzle. My opinion, which doesn't mean much.
The guys are learning from what they see, you know, and probably on games too. They see something in the game. Oh, I want to do this spot, and you see that. Go kick it here, go over there, take it down, shoot it, jump it, and then they and the finish was the shit. And that's the most important part of the match, the finish.
Right.
Especially if you're in a storyline and you are in good angle, something, whatever. But you never miss a spot on the finish. That's the most important. That's what I got teach. Spot. Rock, Bahamas. Was his dad, rest in peace, his soul, and Rock against IRS and me. This guy rent us to wrestle in Bahamas. I don't know what happened with the promotion. Something happened there. I was nobody there. It was empty building.
Oh, really?
Okay. We were like, but people don't come. So where's the promotion that you did? Was no promotion or what the heck? Well, so that match was Rock, and we went to the ring. Rock called me a spot, and we come from the good spot. Something happened. There was a reverse hip top. Something happened there that he messed it up. So he was like, we finished. We went back to the dressing room, and he's in the dressing room, bitching and moaning. And the dad is, relax, don't worry. He was. When I arrived, I remember, I said, what happened? He said, oh, he just missed the spot. I said, brother, don't worry about that. And I told you guys, don't worry about the spot. Yeah, you tell the story with the spot. But tell the story in a good way, in where you hook the people, in where they bite. You tell them the story. You tell it, what do you call it? Yeah, storyteller.
Yeah,
be a
storyteller.
Yeah, sorry, exactly. So when you do that, take your time. Don't rush. Less is more. If you sell it, they buy it. But if you want to go 100 miles per hour that's a gymnastic.
Gymnastics, yeah.
Class. You were doing aerobics, big time aerobics. Oh, probably some gonna say, because you can do it. I don't need to do it. I never did it. Now on my 55, I'm coming already from the top row doing the fucking the tornillo and the splashes. And because I'm not doing it all the time, the people pop, wow. So that's my timing. I keep my 25. But when I do the heavy, you go 100 and come back.
Timing and pacing.
Tell the story.
2 important things.
Tell the story and get a good teacher. Learn. I can say I have this guy was my teacher. I have many guys, many people. many people, since I start in my beginnings. One guy one day teach me how to some bumps, then the other one catch me. They started like, you know. So I learned from everybody. One time I watching on TV, which like this guy's watching it too. I know how to throw a drop kick. So I'm like, okay, I arrive at the gym just by myself, nobody there. So just waiting. Those guys, they're already in like 1 hour. Then they're like tired. No, it was a independent wrestling match, wrestling company. So they book sometimes in different places. So they're like kind of tired. So this day I just arrived by myself. And I said, drop kick, I want to practice drop kick. So I grabbed this couch there, put it like a, you know, like a person tied on the ropes right there. And I put it there. I'm like, okay, drop kick like this. And I jump. So I'm in my Taekwondo too. So I was strong. I drop kicked that thing so hard that my leg got caught on the top rope and I went face first.
Oh, Jesus.
In the canvas. When that happened to me, I hit my chest, the air went out, and I turn around, and the other side is lifting. And I look there, nobody look at me. I just get up like nothing happened, untie that. But I was hungry to learn. And I practiced, I took the bumps in my house, in the floor. I was doing my bumps, and I was doing my stuff to learn. You know, and then I went with the people that know. And I got another set of teachers. Maravilla. Maravilla is like Marvelous. He's from Dominican Republic. He passed away too. What a great teacher. He was left hand. And one time I went to the gym because the Carlos Colon company sent me there. The first time they sent me, the gym was in another place. And soon I walk in, was like I enter on the Cowboys Saloon. Soon you open, everybody's like quiet. I look at the door, just like that. So soon I get in, all 6 members there, they stop what they doing. They doing drillers. So they stop and they look at me and say, who you? You know, boss very kayfabe, everything. Who you? And I explain it, they send me here, blah, blah. Oh, you wrestle? I say, change. Brother, the welcome was like in jail. You want to be part of the member gang or whatever? Well, you have to go through here. So 6 guys, I was in good shape. Thank God for that. I was in good shape. I was moving, I mean, in Taekwondo, I was stretched good. In wrestling, and it was a gym by my house, and we started working hard there. So when I went to to that gym, one by one, they try to break me apart. They want to they hit me hard. I mean, they touch me. They don't try to knock me out, but was solid, super solid. The cross line was good ones. Bam! To take me down. Soon I go down because it was a drill. You have to get up and do the other ones and do the other. So from all those people, the only guy there is wrestled is me. Still. One's already passed and the other one's still alive. But Maravilla teach me how to do the arm drag. When he teach me that, I never forget that. And these days, I see the guys doing the arm drag on the arm. And that's wrong. That's wrong. And I could explain them, you know, right there, step by step, why it's wrong. And they're gonna be like, oh, makes sense. It don't make sense. That's the sense, you know. So when I see the guys doing that all the time, I'm like, oh my God. Whoever teach them that, don't read the book. Don't read the book. So if you read the book, you know how to do the arm, right? The correct way. Check, I believe is Macho Man and Ricky's Dragon Steamboat.
WrestleMania 3.
That's the 3. Check the way they do the arm drag. Arm drag go to the neck. These kids these days go hand in hand. When you look up, where you look up? Up there, no? Right, you look up here.
Yeah.
So when you look up and you got the first arm drag, when you get up, where you have to look for? The neck, because that's in where you hook. And that's when arm drag happen. So they go here to have more support of pulling the guy.
Right.
You don't have to pull the guy. I took my own bump. If you pull me and I take a bump, maybe I took a back bump and hurt my back. I take my own bump. You don't have to push me or pull me.
Well, hopefully there's a lot of independent wrestlers that aspire to be in the position you've been in that are watching this right now and can get even just a couple of the little tidbits of information from Savio 101 they're getting right now.
Exactly.
Let
I need the gimmick here and
what do you mean the gimmick?
the teacher's hat.
Or like what Lanny Poffo used to wear?
Yes, you remember.
Hopefully you don't have the same special skill as Lanny, but that's all right. You know Lanny and his
he's great.
the self-service that he used to do on himself, but that's a different story for a different time. You talk about creativity. What about the finish of the Royal Rumble 1994? I thought it was great where you had co-winners, both falling out of the ring at the same time, Lex Luger and Bret Hart. And I think if WWF, the powers that be, had any, if they had any conflict on who they should go with that night for the guy, I think the fans decided that should be Bret Hart, not Lex Luger, because Lex was booed out of the building, and it was a pro-Bret Hart crowd. If you were the booker, being the creative guy you were, looking upon the landscape at that point, would you have gone with Luger or would you have gone with Bret?
Okay. When you mentioned that, I didn't even remember it till you mentioned it. Did they did something between both?
They were the co-winners. They fell out of the ring at the...
They work after that. They went to a story.
Luger and Bret?
Yeah.
No.
They don't did nothing.
Nothing.
So maybe something happened between what we're gonna do or what should happen, because put them like both win and nothing happened after that. So somebody scratched something big time, because to me that was the beginning of something between them. Because now Luger gonna say, I'm the winner, and Bret said, oh, wait a minute, I'm the winner.
It could have led to something.
Of course. Now, maybe 1 or 2 pay-per-views. I don't know. Maybe Bret don't want to work with him, or Lex don't want to work with Bret.
Well, that was the days of only 4 pay-per-views, so they went Royal Rumble into WrestleMania. There was no in-between at that point. But you're right, there was a lot that could have been done. I believe what they did was a coin flip, and the loser had to have an opening match at WrestleMania, and the winner got the first title match, and then the other guy got the second title match. So Bret opened the show working Owen. Luger got the first title match against Yoko, and then Bret got the second title match of the night against Yoko and went over. But we'll get to WrestleMania 10 as time goes on. But you're right, I think that was a missed opportunity where they could have done something really creative with Luger and Bret, especially where Luger got a reaction where
competition between both.
The fans, they were very anti-Luger that night. Yeah. And they were in a lot of places.
I mean, they love Bret, of course. I mean, the numbers for Bret was, and knowing the Luger coming from WCW too, maybe that effect, but Bret was homeboy comparative with Lex.
He was in WWF for 10 years at that point.
Yeah. Then he got the big push. You know, you see Bret growing in the company. That's what I say. It's like Sean. Sean is a growing homeboy. So you put him in different places, it's like out of place.
Yeah.
So maybe.
Let me ask you this one. Probably not a show you'd remember off the top of your head. A house show on Long Island, New York, January the 30th, 1994, originally advertised as the Steiner Brothers against Yokozuna and Ludwig Borga. Due to injuries, it turned into a Yokozuna and Kwang against Rick Steiner and the Macho Man Randy Savage. Your thoughts on maybe one of the only times in WWF you have a chance to work the Macho Man?
Yes. Wow. I have to see that match again.
It was a house show. I don't even know if it was recorded.
Yeah, maybe.
Any memories of working Randy?
Randy backstage with me was always great. He goes, hey, Kwang! He won a Halliburton that I buy. Come on, Kwang, something like that. You know.
He liked your Halliburton?
Oh, he liked it. He loved it. And in the voiceovers that he did, always put me strong all the time. Knowing him, I mean, he's wrestled when he was in Puerto Rico. When I was doing the security, he come to Puerto Rico too, and in the building that I mentioned to you, the Pepin Cestero. And but man, the match was crazy. Too many headshots in my head. But as a person, Randy always was a great guy. I talked to Lanny about before the pandemic. We did some signing somewhere. I talked to him, a little bit. But always in the WWF, he was a good people. Always call me, hey, Queen. And here the day that he passed, man, I have pictures of all those guys here.
Do you?
I got Randy, I got now Pat, Yoko, Bammer, Fuji, Paul, Kamala.
I hope you have them all backed up on something in case you ever lose the phone.
I need to make another backup.
Yeah.
Big time. I have so many great photos here. Have the ones when we went to India to the Taj Mahal. Some great people there. Rene Goulet, got Rene
He
here.
just passed last year, yeah.
I got Finkel here. Oh, I got almost everybody there. Flair.
Wow.
Sorry. God bless him. Harley Race.
A man that sat right in that very seat.
He does before I don't have when I started wrestling, like my favorite guy is I love wrestling. Through the years, learning how to do the business, my three favorite is Flair, Harley, and Brody.
Those are your three favorite to watch?
Yes. Dusty, of course, is there, but these three guys, especially Flair and Harley, they put that work and the meaning of the value of the NWA title so high that they give him, this is the way that I see, they give to that title and the name of the company so strong because Harley Race was like a old cowboy coming to town and he's a Widowmaker. That's the way I saw him. He was the Widowmaker. And the work, then you got Flair coming serious to wrestle for that title, and a good buddy, and he put his soul to the matches, the charisma, I respect a lot Flair. I have the chance one time to wrestle a Flair in Puerto Rico, and they switched the card because I was in another story, and that story was stronger to the big show. So I missed that like this to wrestle and have the privilege to wrestle Flair.
You never got a chance to work him?
No, he worked Miguel Perez Jr., the Boricua. He wrestled him in Maya West. And I was involved in another story there. But I respect, the other day when I saw him in Survivor Series, he called me Sergio. And but good to know these people, check them, and like you say before, in magazines, read this magazine, try to learn and how they do the business. I like the way everything was happening, and man, I love this business, bro. I love this business.
When it's done right, there is no better form of action, excitement, simulated violence, entertainment, whatever you want to call it. There's nothing better. Let me ask you this. We just mentioned Rick Steiner a few minutes ago.
Yes,
the Steiner Brothers had kind of a short stint in WWF, not all that successful, maybe on par with what you mentioned about Lex Luger, but any memories of Rick and Scott the Steiners?
Work with them in Japan, work with them,
okay.
Work with them in Puerto Rico, and work with then in the WWF, of course. Great guys, strong like hell, son of a bitches. Good people. That's it. They're great people. Rick loved to both. They like to make some practical jokes.
Ribbers.
Yeah, ribbers. And but they're good guy. They the time that I was with them, was too long in WWF. But we have good times. The match is easy. Never complain nothing. We work hard. I work Rick in Puerto Rico. We work in Japan for I believe it was New Japan. Yeah, New Japan, Inoki office. Yeah. But with them, I don't have too many stories. But good people. I know they are good people. I hear hear something, read something about Rick the other day. I don't know if he was sick or something.
Rick Steiner was
He's
sick?
okay.
I didn't hear about that.
But I hear he lost a lot of weight.
Well, that's too bad if it's
Yeah.
true. No, I didn't.
No?
That story, he hasn't made the rounds to me yet, not to say that it's not true.
I
but
hope he's,
we hate to hear that any one of the
brother,
guys.
if you're watching this, God bless you. Hope you and brother be safe.
And if you are well, be well. Stay
Yeah,
well.
Of course.
February 1994, you make your first WWF European tour. What was the difference, especially in 94 when the domestic business was starting to sink and continue to sink? You'd go to Europe, and I mean, it was like a fresh coat of paint. What was
Hey.
the difference between working those WWF European tours and domestic events?
Love going to Europe because other than love wrestling, you got a check in your mail every week. And then the travels. Love to travel. Especially when you got paid, for traveling and you're going to do something that you love to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I have the chance to see Rome, Italy. Have
Wow.
to see the Taj Mahal, India, the Big Ben in England. Japan, Hong Kong, Spain. England, German. Talking about.
It's like a paid vacation to see the world.
And listen, and we went to places, yes, but most of the time we are in a hotel. Because we traveling, sleeping, go to the arena, then sometimes we travel to the next place, or we stay that night in a hotel and travel next day and blah, 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 Past like 2 weeks in Germany, going to Europe, different places, come back to the States, maybe 2 weeks later, come back. I did a lot of traveling.
There was a lot of European tours in that era.
We went sold out everywhere. Rome was bad. I remember that was bad. We went to Israel 2 times, sold out. Kuwait,
Wow.
South
remember that,
Africa.
yeah.
South Africa was packed. Was good. England, sold out everywhere. We went to Hong Kong for 5 days, and the only thing we did there was 1 or 2 matches, something like that. And they want us there in a hotel, stay in a hotel, and we went to a gym, was in like a 10th floor, and they just put that gym for us.
Wow. That's nice, huh?
Oh, we stayed across the river right there too. Was good.
Unbelievable. Wrestling fans, I'm getting that cue from the back. I'm hearing that theme song. Another episode has come. Another episode is gone. Great conversation as always. We learned a little bit about Royal Rumble 1994, some of Kwang's early adventures in the WWF, now headed overseas. Only one thing we can do at this point, which is just continue the great in-depth conversation on the next episode.
All right.
From my partner in crime, Savio Vega, I'm Dan Marty, folks. Until we speak again, you and yours be well, stay healthy. Good night. The World Wrestling Federation was live at Colf Sports Center in Oshkosh, Wisconsin, Wednesday, February the 17th, 1993. In the opening contest, the Steiner Brothers beat the Beverly Brothers. Bob Backlund with the win over Papa Shango. El Matador defeated the Predator. Crush victorious over WWF Intercontinental Champion Shawn Michaels via disqualification. WWF Tag Team Champions Money Inc. retained the title over the Nasty Boys. Virgil beat Repo Man, and in the main event, Yokozuna with the win over the Macho Man Randy Savage. If you were in Oshkosh Live, share your memories in the comment section below. Use the links in the description box to keep Wrestling Legends working in our eBay store and on our acclaimed Patreon streaming service so we can bring you more interactive Superstar Shoot interviews to relive the good old days of professional wrestling. Check it out. Boston Wrestling Sports in the MWF explodes into a new year with professional wrestling content galore and need you to join our family. Every Tuesday night at 10 p.m. after our Monday Night Raw review, it's Wrestling Insiders at your house with WWE Hall of Famer Mr. USA Tony Atlas. Wednesday nights at 10 p.m. after NXT and AEW, join rotating legends on Wrestling Insiders Special Edition. Every Thursday night at 10 p.m. after our NXT and Dynamite review, it's Marty Jannetty's no-holds-barred sex, drugs, and rock and roll journey on Wrestling Insider's Party with Marty. Friday night after SmackDown, don't miss John Cena Sr.'s Wrestling Insider's Fabulous Fridays. Plus, look for classic clips, history videos, bonus live episodes, pay-per-view, watch-alongs, and more. For less than a cup of coffee at Starbucks, get early ad-free access to our Wrestling Insider talk shows, our acclaimed studio shoot interview DVD library, and help keep wrestling legends working during the worst of times. Join our growing family at patreon.com/Boston Wrestling. Expect the unexpected in 2021.